Welcome, Governor Livingston. You are in the zone, brought to you by GLHS TV and GL Sports Zone. We're your hosts, Ryan,
Charlie,
Jonathan,
John.
Peter, Dave.
and today, back at the home turf, back in the studio, ready to go. Busy week in sports, per usual. You know, lots of big games. We're going to start with on a very high note.
Girls lacrosse?
Boys lacrosse.
Okay.
I said it on a high note.
Ouch. Yeah. They beat Dayton 14-2.
They did? They broke the losing streak.
On Tuesday.
Clap it up. Clap it up.
Who, girls?
Girls lacrosse.
Wow, big time. What are they?
Well, you know what? I was gonna say, what are we doing? You know, you're changing up the. What should we do?
I don't care.
We're just
How
gonna.
about start on boys lacrosse?
Yeah.
Actually, no, start on baseball.
Whoa.
Switching it all up here. We're going.
We're just gonna go with boys lacrosse, the original script. 2 games since we last shot, and first was a loss against Millburn. Game that came out slow Saturday morning. You know, just a little tired. Who knows? But yeah, it wasn't our best game. Probably our worst game all year.
Not our worst, but
But I feel like
close to it.
if we play how we played against Morris Hills in our next game, I think we would have won.
That wasn't a very good game either.
Morris Hills?
Our offense was good.
Offense was good. I'm saying offensively. Defensively.
Well,
But
it had its moments.
Millburn, out of conference, really not much to worry about there. Just like good for the power rankings.
Yeah.
Other than that, not much there. But the biggest thing, 7-0 in the Clank, Governor Livingston lacrosse.
I think we're 8-0 actually.
7-0.
We sure?
Yep.
Okay, we played Dayton twice. We'll consider it 8-0.
So is it a banner season?
It is a banner season. Governor Livingston lacrosse, clap it up.
Top it up.
Gets a banner, wins the Clank.
Second ever banner.
Yeah, but the first one, was a tie. This is
It was a 3-way
Outright win.
this is outright all us, and if they win it next year, we'll get moved up.
Which hopefully doesn't happen.
Yeah.
I've got faith. But Morris Hills offense was rolling. Cuts were there. Chris Ronga had 4 goals. Lindy had 4 assists. Carter had 5
4
points.
goals also?
Brett had 4 goals as well, yes, and an assist. Chifa had 7 ground balls. The defensive middies were definitely working on the clears, and honestly, it was just a strong game all around. Definitely our offensive peak was reached, and Chuck had 17 saves, and it was just a great game.
Have a day, kid.
It was fun to be a part of, and yeah, not much else to say.
So you guys are starting to mesh at the right time. Now with the postseason starting to come up.
Yeah, I think we peaked at the right time. I guess
Yeah,
that's the
that was-
get it hot.
What's the state tournament looking like?
seeded.
The Queens,
Paxtec Valley.
Paxsack Valley.
They have a really dirty kid.
Yeah, but I feel like other than that, we match up well. We're in the top half of the states. I think we're 9 or 10.
Haven't you guys not made the tournament in a lot?
We make
We
it.
haven't won a game ever.
Yeah.
So you haven't won a state game.
No, because we're seeded 15.
Really? Yeah.
It's either us
So
or
you
the
got
top 3
you got a
seeds.
1 or 2 matchup the first round.
No, Somerville I thought was 5. Was around the 5.
I mean, that's still pretty high.
yeah, and it's hard lacrosse sometimes, especially
It's not
with
like
how
those groups also.
yeah, with
Yeah.
how huge the gaps are with those top 6 teams to those even the bottom 10. It's just, but tonight boys lacrosse goes and plays Columbia on their senior night. They only beat Cranford by I think it was 2 goals. We kept it very close with Cranford in a game we should have won. If we stayed out of the box. But yeah, that should be a good game. We could bring it to them.
Yeah, I think this year is the most man down I've ever played in my life.
Double man down as well, the most double man down maybe in the state. It's crazy. But then we play Gill on Saturday. It's gonna be a very tough matchup. Gill is a very talented team defensively, especially. And then we'll close out with Verona next Monday,
We're done.
and then it's states time,
Oh, yeah. No, we're done.
and then lacrosse should be over. But yeah,
What's your record so far?
we are 10-6.
I feel like that was way over our gap that we had in the beginning of the season.
We were thinking 500.
We were thinking 500,
Yeah.
which could
And-
still happen if you guys, things go the wrong way. But
2 games? No, we'd still be.
No, because states don't factor into your record.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
They do?
Yeah.
Oh, then yes. If we were to lose out, then we could go 500. But I've got faith.
I don't
Verona.
think you guys will.
I don't either. I think Verona's a team that we're gonna show up at.
We're gonna have to at some point go back, check all the old film from what we
Look at
guessed,
Jonathan to do that.
and then to see what all our our guesses were. Because I'm kind of curious. I feel like I
Put
was.
some highlights on our Instagram.
Yeah, like.
Follow the In the Zone podcast. We forgot to make a post for the last podcast.
That's right.
But yeah, Boys Across, it's been a great season. And
It's not over yet.
And it is not. Who knows?
All right.
We'll come in Summit.
Do you want... next on to girls lacrosse.
Yeah.
A little bit of a slump.
A little bit of a slump.
No, but as we said,
So what was our
young
last
team.
podcast? What day?
young
I think it was
The 8th.
the 8th. Oh,
Yeah.
so
So they lost to Park Hills that day.
yeah.
Okay, so that day,
15-9, kept it close.
senior night, Dayton, 14-2 win.
Come on. There you go.
Let's see some of the goals.
I think Arden had like 6 assists or something like that. That's what she was telling me. She might have been lying.
Hayden Panajodu, 4 goals. Lahar Trala, 2 goals. This math isn't adding up.
Doesn't matter.
Do they have a manager?
Megan Kim, a goal. Waverly Lawn, 2 goals.
She's on a tear recently.
Only 4 goals were assisted. I don't think that sounds right.
No, I was looking at the stats, looking for athlete of the week. They just do not have assisted goals.
2, 4.
Maybe they just don't
Their
track it
goal
as
to
well.
assist ratio is freaking. It's got to be negative.
Yeah. I think athlete of the week. What were we saying?
If you guys don't mind, I'll grab it right now. I had written down.
Oh, you do? You have
Excuse
the.
me.
Is the boys what we agreed upon, or did you do
No,
it
I didn't look at the boys 'cause I thought it was kind of
kind of concrete?
kind of a gimme. There was 2 girls I was looking at that were kind of
Oh, look at this, the Notebook.
the Notebook coming
Johnny
out.
can write.
How to create fire.
So for the girls aspect, Anna Popola, 4 games, 8 for 18 with 7 RBIs.
That was my pick.
And then Waverly in 3 games has 7 goals and 1 assist.
7 goals?
7 goals and 1 assist in 3 games.
I think it's
Could go
tough
either way.
8 for 18 over how many games?
That was 4 games.
because I feel like Waverly was key into breaking that slump. You know,
So we
I
got
feel
4
like-
people. The vote could be split, but should we just give it a shot?
should we call it right here?
I don't know, man.
My vote's Waverly.
I'll go Anna.
John, you're up first, kid.
Yeah, John goes first.
I want to decide it. Or the tire.
Jeez, dude.
Who gives the final vote? Voorhees?
Oh,
No.
if it comes down to it, you two. How about this? John, you tell Jonathan. Chuck tells me, and we announce it at the so we avoid any Chuck changing it to mess you up.
Yeah.
Chuck.
Tell me the stats one more time.
8 for 18, Anna Popola.
How many games was Waverly over 7 goals?
3.
And an
Or
assist.
3 or 2? 3.
3 games,
How
7
many games,
goals,
John?
1
3?
3
assist.
games, 7 goals, 1 assist.
Dude, I don't understand softball
Softball was
stats.
like 4 games, and she had a home run against Cranford on their senior night. Okay. Ready? Jonathan, who was it?
Waverly.
Popola.
All right, so we're
We got a
2-2.
split.
Mr. Voorhees! Can you come out here? You heard the stats? Softball.
Softball.
All right. Anna Popola is your female athlete of the week, and the boys is Chris Ranga.
Yep.
That was. No vote needed to be called for
Team
Chris.
effort here.
Chris had 4 goals in the Morris Hills game and was one of the only players that showed up ready to play against Milburn. I think had his best game of his career against Morris Hills. Yeah, it's great stuff. Moving on, let's go softball.
Oh, can I talk a little bit more about
Oh,
girls
whoa.
lacrosse?
There was another game?
Yeah, after this Dayton
game?
fiasco, they were at Villa Walsh, 60-6. They lost on the 18th, so that's tomorrow. They're at they're at Whippany Park at 4:30. So
Oh, that's a winnable game.
It is?
Whippany Park is not very good at any sport.
let's
I
look,
think wrestling they
let's
were
look at
good
the past couple years. All right, they won last year by 1 goal, and then historically we've beaten them.
Should
By
be
a lot. Whoa.
Should be a fun game.
Yeah, everyone be there.
Pack the park.
Pack the park.
John might be watching softball, but
So that's today. and
Softball's
Friday.
today and Friday.
that wasn't my job.
Oh, yeah, I'm upset. I'm missing the game today for softball, but
I'm gonna be there.
thanks for letting me know.
We got a game.
And then they got Mo Beard on the 20th at 10 a.m. So pack the hill.
Be there.
I was hoping it was gonna be at Morristown Beard, so it would pack the beard, but it's whatever.
So on to softball.
Yeah.
Since the last podcast, they're 5-1.
So, John, how would you describe them?
Playing well. Playing great.
Our
Getting,
team has been working.
getting hot at the right time, we should say.
This guy got microchipped or something.
one-
Because now they're in the county tournament. I think they're the 3 seed, won the first round, won the second round. They're playing in the semifinals today against Westfield at Kane.
I think John took
thought it
Adderall
was
before the
Johnson.
podcast. He's just dialed in right now.
Johnson was the 2 seed. Westfield upset them.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
now if they win this, they play Cranford, which they beat last week on their senior night.
So Cranford's gonna want
Party
a little
crasher.
vengeance, and softball's gonna want a little vengeance.
That'll be a
for baseball.
scrappy game.
That will be a scrappy game. Cranford's gonna come out firing. We got to.
Guns a-blazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And softball. What about this week, John? Other than today.
Yeah.
Any-
So
anything else?
their previous games, they since the last podcast beat Dayton, Cranford, Union Catholic, Oak Knoll, and Union. They were
Oh,
all like pretty much like killer games. 11-4, 12-1, 10-1. Except for Dayton, they won only 5-4. Pretty sure Dayton has a pretty good pitcher. That was extra innings. We watched that, the end of that game.
Yeah, that was hype.
Dayton
who had the-
always keeps it close.
Who
Off.
Yeah.
got the winning run
I
or winning RBI?
think it was like a walk-off walk.
Yeah, it was.
This walk-off walk. But the Dayton pitchers, she had
You got to
not her best day.
Those strikes.
But yep.
Jonathan, you want to other than Tuesday's game, Jonathan, you want to give us some baseball?
Monday's game.
Monday's game.
And
sorry.
Tuesday, I guess.
Well, going back to the 9th,
Yeah, you can talk about Tuesday. Don't talk about the championship game because I got a little.
we went
on.
up to Montclair to play Montclair Kimberly and won 10-2. It was a good game just to get ready for the quarterfinal game going into the next day against Scotch Plains, which we mercied them 11-1.
Who were the big hitters from those games? Got any?
Matt Diskin and Anthony Denora both hit home runs against Montclair Kimberly. Zach Gersman was, I think,
Was that at home?
Montclair Kimberly was away.
Not sure if you've ever been there. Beautiful
It is a
facility.
beautiful.
Brand new turf
Yeah,
fields.
they're
Only problem that they have a tennis court behind the baseball field. They're playing matches, and we're just hitting foul balls, heads up, and they're not even looking. They're just in the middle of their round.
getting
Yeah,
water
so
on myself.
Zach Gersman was 3 for 4 with 5 RBIs
Oh, I got
against
water
Scotch
on that.
Plains.
That kid can
That
hit.
kid can play.
I hear he's like best thing since Soretti.
That's what they're saying.
That's what they
He's
are.
a freshman hitting 400.
Best thing since Volpe.
You guys smell the chicken cutlets?
I do.
I do. This was awesome.
What?
Someone's got chicken cutlets, bro.
Yeah, so
You got
then
a little too dialed in.
So then last Friday we went up to Lyndhurst and beat them 9-0. Mike Laloya was the highlight. Almost threw, should have thrown a perfect game. We couldn't get that last run for the Mercy. He ended up going all 7 innings. He had 8 strikeouts, only 1 hit. Got the shutout in the win. That brings us to Union County Tournament semifinal against Elizabeth. What a game.
The Vengeance game?
And
fun
Vengeance
game.
an awesome
Revenge.
game. From I got there late. I only got to see pretty much the last 2
Of
innings.
Elizabeth?
Oh, not Elizabeth. What am I?
This is a different game.
Yeah, my bad. Zoned out.
Yeah, it was
there.
3-0.
3-0.
We were down.
We were down 3-0 in the 4th or 5th inning, and we put up a 6 spot to take the lead. And from there, we just kept
All
on
with,
going.
all with 2 outs.
All with that, 2 outs.
What were the hits? What was the?
Everyone
sequence?
was hitting, dude.
It was 1st and 3rd, 2 outs. I hit a single to score. Then Habitant came up and hit a double down the line to tie it up.
Nice.
And we just kept on going from there.
There you go.
I think George hit a double right after that. Yeah, it was big time.
There you go.
And then that brings us to Monday.
Monday. This is what I meant
Bread
to
and
talk.
butter.
Yeah, I saw the last 2 innings. I saw electric Johnny strikeouts. I
Yeah,
got
Johnny-
I got a pretty good video.
That was a good video.
Yeah.
Hey, Moose reached 100 strikeouts on his career.
Yeah, and
I say we clap it up.
Didn't you think you weren't going to hit that? Or we were saying he was.
yeah.
Okay.
But
Oh, I made the prediction he was going to blow out his arm again.
Yeah.
yeah.
The good thing I was wrong, John.
Yeah, John actually threw more than half the pitches he's thrown all year. Threw 105 pitches, six and a third, right?
6 1/3.
Six and a third, 6 strikeouts, only 1 run, and man, it was he was shoving. He was just not any crazy hard contact. And listen, you can say what you want to say, but you can't ever blame a pitcher for only giving up 1 run. You needed some more run support. You had bases loaded, from what I heard.
Yeah.
Jonathan hit a huge not lead off,
One out
double. Hit the antlers.
That was
Freaking
a
his tracks
big
is still on second base somewhere.
That was a
They had him.
6-0.
Now, you got pinch ran for. It doesn't, and then you're able to go play the field. How does that work for high school?
So you're allowed to get subbed out, but then once you re-enter, that person who was subbed for is done.
What do you mean, re-enter?
So you can go back. You can get subbed back in once. So I get pinch ran for and then I go back in. If I get taken out again, I'm done. But
So you get two, okay.
And also, pitcher catcher have courtesy anytime
Courtesy
for a
anytime.
runner.
Okay. But yeah, Dylan Gardner wasn't able to bring it in.
Yeah, I
He's
mean,
a speedster.
he's a fast kid. That was a perfect throw
That
that kid
was a
made from
perfect
right
throw.
field.
Yeah. But and then at the end, John's at 105 and he does let up that hard hit probably would have been double.
Probably triple.
Yeah, but listen, you can't. Cranford's one of the best teams in the state, and you kept it extremely competitive. You still had a couple hard hit balls. If you get driven in, you guys easily win that game. And I think States is going to be good. Everyone, the pitching is there. You got obviously John is back, and then is Diskin going to be back?
no.
Probably not, but he's still hitting, and he's still hitting well.
The way the tournament's set up, it's like you can use the same pitcher for the second and third round. Same pitcher because it's 5 days apart. But that means you need someone different for the last round.
Might need a couple.
Might need some guys to step up a little bit.
So would you want your best pitcher to pitch the first game?
I don't know. I mean, I'm not.
Second, third.
Luckily, I'm not the coach. This is definitely a stressful situation
Yeah.
I've dealt with here, trying to navigate through this.
It's definitely harder this year. Our group's no joke this year. About basically 1 through 16, anything can happen.
Yeah. I mean, you look at the top seeded team, they got like a Wake Forest commit. You look at the 2 seeded team, they got the kid with the most hits in the state with like 50 something, which is absurd. He's committed to Seton Hall. He's got like
You're only at like 70 at bats.
he's at like more than, I don't know, he's batting like 800, so apparently he's pretty good. But I mean, one player doesn't make a team, so.
It's terrifying. Johnny's gonna strike him.
Who's pitching to him?
That's like
Exactly.
BP numbers, dude. That's nuts.
Well, why would you pitch to him? If there's only one player on a team, you just walk him and then make the next guys beat you. But hey.
That's something. But anything in the track world that we got?
Oh, big. I'll pull up my emails.
Ooh.
Miss Dybars feeding me the info.
I believe Cora Hanratty PR'd and came in first for the pole vault, I think.
Cool.
I got it all right
Landry
here.
PR'd and came in second.
Who?
Landry Lauren.
Oh.
That's all I know. I know Basil's doing his thing, but I don't know what he's actually doing.
I saw him win
Alright.
a medal the other day.
That's good.
The girls brought home 4 individual championship titles, 3 by Sammy Richter,
3.
and 1 by Cora Hanratty.
Okay, there you go.
What do you win 3 in? That's ridiculous.
Oh, I'm gang signs.
All right, so Richter, she did champion in the distance trifecta, winning the 800 meter, 1600 meter, and
Track's got,
3200 meter.
Was made up like.
That's good stuff. It's
John
like the
Fire
horse
names.
trifecta. They won the 3.
What was this?
Has John blinked in the past 10 minutes?
No, dude.
Dial.
I'm locked, dude. This is
John's
my coming
definitely-
out podcast right now.
John's words per minute right now is crazy. He's reading the most ever. I think that's all for GL Sports. Governor Livingston, you are in the zone.
Now you're out of the zone.
Get out of here.
Get out!